Let's talk a bit about your book, Spunk. Are there some aspects from your own life in there in the book? Is it autobiographic in some way?
Um, Gee. Well, I guess so because the whole book talks about finding your identity as a teenager. So it has two different aspects. First of all, the storyteller is pretty much me, only it's based on another friend, but I talk through him and his whole dilemma of how to mix the ideas and ideologies of a subculture, which is something that has grown to be very international. I think you have metal in Malaysia and in Brazil and in America and in Israel. So it's this very, very international thing with an international code. And then you have your local culture. And this mixing of things for someone like me who was always more, alternative, you could say, or whatever. It was a very, very big transition, especially when Israel is a very, very hard place when it comes to dominant culture. Dominant culture, mainstream culture is very felt everywhere. So that is one biographical aspect. I mean, that's what I try to understand. And another biographical aspect, well, I guess I got in touch with a lot of young girls. I learned about them. The story of the character, JJ, is based on lots of girls that I met and talks that I had with them. So it's kind of like their biographies as well.
So, if we talk about the story of the book, there is this the guy who tells the story, and
Yeah.
there's this girl, JJ. She kills herself. That's what I understand so far.
I don't know.
That's it. I wasn't sure if she really kills herself or if there was an accident. It's not so clear. But
You just know that she's not
yeah,
there anymore.
yeah.
And what you know is that she left behind a blog or a MySpace page or something and some pictures that this guy took. Now, if you think about it, that's pretty much what you know about a lot of people that you talk to online. I mean,
Okay.
sometimes I think the whole book is more about the concept or the idea of an online identity as opposed to the real identity.
Yeah, I think that's actually the way what I thought about it, and it's quite open. There's a lot of place for own interpretations of the reader. Do you think about a second part of it, or to continue this
Pretty
story?
much so. I'm working on the second part. I'm going to try and take it to a more imaginary place. Inside the book, there's this alternative reality that JJ, the girl, escapes to, in which her favorite band gives her secret messages, and she is part of like this army of youth culture teens who try to, I don't know, fight the system. And I in Spunk, it's very clear that she's imagining these things. But in the next book, I'm going to try and actually see what happened if that were a reality. In other words, again, if you think about it, the more we progress into globalized culture, cultures in general start blending. And the more and more we go into it, the more the subculture becomes dominant and starts covering bigger parts. I don't know, from mainstream and pop to metal and punk rock, and I mean it's all the same in every country. Plus, they have their own anthem.